YouTube family. This is my first video. Ew. I have a little jazz playing in the background, and I highly recommend, especially highly intuitive and spiritual people, to sometimes listen to music that has no words. Let your mind just be at one with the instruments. So a little bit about what this channel is going to be about. I am a holistic healer. I'm a pharmacist by day, holistic healer at night. So I do have a license to counsel in medication, as well as herbal supplements. I'm a herbalist, and this channel is going to be about a wide variety of topics relating to health, spiritual things, as well as I may do some mainstream type things that's going on in the world, pretty much. So today we're going to talk about one of my most favorite herbs in the world. We'll talk about many, but today I'm going to be doing something on moringa. If you can see this, this is moringa, and it pretty much is a plant that grows. They say it was first grown in India, but it's also grown in Africa as well. It's indigenous to both places, and it's amazing. I use this for many things. This one I bought offline, but I also have some other kind when I go to the islands or when I visit other places that have it. I like to get some from there as well, because there are a few different types of it. The most common is the Moringa oleifera, and that's typically the one that I use. The most common ways people use moringa is they drink it as a tea. You pretty much put maybe a teaspoon or so, if you have a tea soak in here, and you soak it in your tea for maybe 10 minutes and drink it. The benefits, the other way, which we will get into at the end, is it has some spiritual type uses you can put in your baths. And I have a story about the first time I tried moringa in my bath, and let me tell you, it was something else. So anyway, so about moringa, even on here, it doesn't even have all of the things that it has in it. It has a little bit, but it has, if you see me looking down, I put it in my notes because I want to make sure I don't leave anything out. This is my first video, so I wanted to write down and have some kind of timeline, you know, about what we're going to be talking about. But pretty much for women, it aids in weight loss. Now, you can't just drink the tea and then go eat your fried chicken and your hamburgers and french fries. You're going to have to add some extra dieting and exercising, but it kind of, number one, it gives you nutrients, so you don't have to ingest a whole lot of extra food. And if you're restricting your calories, like if your caloric intake is, you know, 1,200 calories a day, that's pretty good if you're trying to, because most people eat about 2,000 to 3,000 calories per day depending on their weight. Well, that's what's recommended, but if you're trying to lose weight, you should do about 1,200 calories or less if you can. But the good thing about moringa is, even though you're restricting calories, you can still get your vitamins and minerals in. This herb is like taking a multivitamin. A lot of people in Ghana and Nigeria and really all over the African diaspora, even in the Caribbean, A lot of people are malnutrition, and they use this herb for when they are in famine and don't have a lot of food. The herb has 2 grams of protein per serving, vitamin B6, B2, vitamin C, vitamin A, iron, magnesium, potassium. All of these vitamins and minerals are extremely important for a healthy, functioning body, and it will keep you from being malnourished when, like I said, you're in climates where you may not have enough food available or you're trying to lose weight. Also, for women that are breastfeeding, it can stimulate milk production. It is safe to use during lactation, and it helps with the production of milk. And it's safe for the baby. It's actually just adding in more nutrients. Where can you go wrong with that? So, other things that moringa does is it protects our body against free radicals. If you're not familiar with what free radicals are cancer-causing agents. So the things that we ingest or even breathe in throughout the day, or even some things that you put on your skin or they get in your skin and it can cause cancer, this will fight against cancer. It has 2 chemicals in it called quercetin and chlorogenic acid, which aid in that process. They are antioxidants and they work very well and do a good job. In addition, medicinally, we just talked about it as a health food. Medicinally, it actually, there have been studies that shows it decreases your cholesterol. It has a positive effect on your blood sugar. So any diabetics out there, it can help. It's not going to be a replacement for your medication. I repeat, it is not a replacement for medication. But what it will do, if you are diabetic, it will help regulate your blood sugar so you won't have the high ups and high downs. And if you're pre-diabetic, meaning you are not diagnosed with diabetes and you're not on medication, it can work as a preventative along with diet and exercise. So it also has decrease in inflammation. Inflammation is one of the main causes of disease, and inflammation can be from, joint inflammations, from arthritis to even just different diseases as far as immune system disorders, where you're having immune system diseases like lupus and different where your immune system is kind of attacking your own body. It can help regulate all of that, and it has antifungal and antimicrobial properties. Now, I'm not saying that if you have AIDS, it's going to cure AIDS. I'm not saying if you have a bad HIV, some kind of infection, that it's going to cure your infection. That's an antibiotic. That is what you get from the pharmacy. You come see me when I have my white coat on, I'll be happy to give you some Cipro if you have a UTI. But it is more of a preventative thing. The key to good health is prevention. Once you're already in there and you are already sick, it's very hard for herbs to work. I'm going to be honest about that. You need the pharmaceutical medication. And being a pharmacist, I will tell you, a lot of people knock the pharmaceutical industry, but it is very needed. There are some healing things in pharmacy. There are some healing things with the herbs. But clearly, when you're into herbs, the majority of them are preventative type things, or if you catch it very, very in the very early stages. It's not going to be for your full-blown, infections. You're going to need something stronger for that. For the men, I have something for you with the moringa. Moringa increases blood flow to your sexual organs. So, ladies, when you want him to get that rock, give him a little bit of moringa. It's not going to be your Cialis. It's not going to work like your Viagra. But with time and daily usage, it is very, very healthy for your man parts. And it has been shown in studies to increase circulation down there, you know, over a period of time. It's very, very well known in the Caribbean to do that. Let's see. Now, I'm going to talk about the spiritual, my spiritual experience using this in a bath. Moringa is one of the herbs that kind of, let me light my dragon's blood incense before I get into this. I just love different smells of incense. This is dragon's blood. It smells amazing good, and it's a good cleanser and purifier of space. I wish you could see it through the camera or smell it through the camera. But anyway, where was I? So another not so well known use for moringa is using it in your bath. Like boil it like a tea. I'll just share with you what I did. And this was all kind of by accident. And then I looked it up after and talked to some people about it. And I was like, wow, I didn't know about this. And I use it periodically because it's pretty strong. Moringa actually enhances other herbs that you put it with if you're doing it in the bath. The way that it's absorbed, I bet you wouldn't guess what the largest organ in your body is. I will tell you. It is your skin. And inside your skin, if you look very closely, you will see pores. And that is why it is so very important for us to be doing spiritual baths. Not only does it cleanse you internally, but it helps externally with your aura as well. But pretty much I did a spiritual bath just for calming and just removing of negative energies. I do that periodically. And I had some other herbs with it that we can talk about, but I added just a little bit. Something told me, Spirit just said, add a little moringa to your bath. Add a little moringa to it. So I did it. And boy, looky here. I did this before I went to bed, and it stepped it up several notches. So yeah, I had that night when I went to sleep, I had the most amazing dreams, like lucid dreams that I vividly remember. And I had an out-of-body experience, and I'm not gonna go into that. Some things, you know, it's between me and Spirit, but I got some answers to some things that I had been praying on for a long time, and they came through. So moringa stepped it up several notches. So I'm going to stop here. I don't want to babble along, but I have so much to talk to you guys about. And if you are interested in learning about other herbs, please put it in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to hear more, let me know. If you want to start up a conversation about this, just go ahead and put it in the comments or message me. And I hope you all have a blessed day. Bye, lovelies. Until next time. Mwah.